Hello, it's Thursday, September 18th, 2014, and this is the Edmonton Journal's Eskimos podcast. I'm Journal sports editor Craig Ellingson, and with me are Journal Eskimos writers Chris O'Leary.
Hello.
And Norm Cowley.
Good day.
And the Eskimos are heading into their 12th game of the season on Saturday against the host Hamilton Tiger Cats with a record of 8-3, coming off last week's win over the Montreal Alouettes.
Hamilton's got a good defense. I mean, I was talking to Mike Riley the other day, and he was saying that, he was worried about them right at the start of the year and Hamilton gave the Eskimos a good, tough run at the game here in July 4th or something. I think it was 26-22. So he's going, that's going to be a really tough defense. They're comfortable now. They're happy they're at home. They got Claris. They're on a roll. It's going to be a tough game. And then he added, but if we do everything we're supposed to do, I'm confident we'll win.
That's kind of been the story all year, that we're still waiting to see, especially on the offensive side of the ball. I think we've seen what the defense can do. We've seen how consistent and dominant they can be, but we're still waiting for that for the offense. We saw that against Hamilton a little bit from the Eskimos offense, I think, in that end of the third quarter into the fourth, I believe. And I think again, I mean, it's one of those things we talk about every week here, is that consistent 60-minute effort or even a 45-minute effort from the offense would make a huge difference.
Now, Eskimos receiver Darius Bowman is leading the league in receiving in yardage. He has 997 through, I can't do math anymore. Is it 11? Yeah, 11 games. So, but just north of 90 yards per game. So we have to think, MOP candidate here, clearly, at least from the Eskimos side. I
think just in terms of the numbers, and I think the next closest receiver is 250, 350 yards back or something. Like it's a huge amount, and I think just that on that alone, it warrants discussion. Just that he's been so solid. I mean, the offense hasn't been consistent, but Darius Bowman has, and he's come out every game. I think he had a slight lull in weeks 3 and 4, and he's just increasingly picked it up. 3 games in a row now over 100 yards, and 2 of those were when Mike Riley was out. And he's just been on a mission this year. I think he went into the season with the goal to lead the league in receiving. I think he'd wanted 50 yards a game for himself, and more often than not, he's going out and doing well beyond that.
I mean, if you look at it, history, that the Eskimos, I think the club record is 106 catches. Craig Ellingson and Terry Vaughn, he's going to blow that away. He's at 79 or 75 catches with 7 games to go. So he could very easily blow that one away. And the yardage one's going to be tough, but he could be pretty close to Brian Kelly's club record. So obviously one of the greatest seasons by a receiver ever here. But he's going to have some competition on his own team for that most outstanding player nomination. Some guy named Mike Riley's kind of proved to be pretty valuable to the Eskimos.